Hello, dear students. Welcome to the online lecture for the students of BA Part 2 English Literature. In this video, we are going to study the remaining stanzas of this poem Enterprise, composed by Nissim Ezekiel. In the earlier video, we have studied 3 stanzas of this poem, and now we are going to study the 4th stanza that start with these lines. Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked and lost our way. A section claimed its liberty to leave the group. I tried to pray. Our leader said he smelt the sea. Dear students, in the earlier stanzas, we have discussed that Nissim Ezekiel is on an pilgrimage, on a journey, and there he mentions the various stages that he observed in between the journey. Now, in this stanza, the opening lines of this stanza is: Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked and lost our way. In the next phase of the journey, some local or external forces attacked them. Them means here the group of pilgrims on the way. As a result, they lost their way. So it seems that in the quest to save themselves, they didn't even bother that they were losing the way. So these two lines indicates that to save themselves, to protect themselves, the group of people lost the way because some of the external forces attacked on them. These are also symbolic. These two lines are also has a symbolic significance. Like we human beings often face the opposition of fellow men in our life, as in our day-to-day life, when we are on an expedition, when we are on any journey or any goal, some of the external forces misguides us. Sometimes we lose our way by the hostility or misguidance of others. Moreover, when we find ourselves in trouble, we forget the larger perspective and run away to save our narrow interests. The next two lines of this stanza is: a section claimed its liberty to leave the group. A section of the group wanted to free themselves and create a new group. Possibly they were unhappy with the leadership. So the disagreement continues. So these two lines claims that there is a fraction in the group. A section claimed its liberty to leave the group. These lines indicate that there is a fraction, there is a partition in the group. I tried to pray. Our leader said he smelt the sea. In that situation, the narrator, means the poet, had nothing to do but pray. He prayed to the God that God might solve the issues. The group leader was helpless and tried to assure others by saying that they were near the sea. Notice, students, you should notice that in this line, our leader said he smelt the sea. This line means that the group leader is assuring others that they were near the sea, and so the destination was at hand. The destination is so near. The next stanza starts with the lines: We noticed nothing as we went, a straggling crowd of little hope. But it was a false hope from the leader. As they progressed, they could see nothing. They now looked like a group of aimless and hopeless wanderers. In the last stanza, we we have studied that the group leader assured the group members that they are near at their destination. But when they processed further, they saw nothing, and they were now like the group of aimless and hopeless wanderers. Ignoring what the thunder meant, deprived of common needs like soap, some were broken, some merely bent. They were too tired to understand what thunder meant. They were in such critical situations, such dire situations, such dire conditions that they were deprived of common needs like soap. Ignoring the thunder may also mean, the meaning of this phrase, ignoring the thunder, means that they ignored what their inner self suggested. They didn't have any idea of what was happening around. Seemingly, they were exhausted and lost their faith by now. The entire enterprise was reduced to a motiveless, ritualistic exercise. They were physically drained too, means they were physically exhausted, they were physically fatigued. Some members were not able to walk anymore, and the others just bent down with pain. The last stanza of this poem suggests that when finally we reached the place, we hardly knew why we were there. So this is a satiristic stanza. After facing a lot of difficulties, when they reached the destination, when the group of pilgrims reached their destination, they wondered, they thought why they had been there. Means they wondered about the reason of being there. They didn't find the journey meaningful at all. The trip had darkened every face. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Home is where we have to gather grace. The hardships of the journey had darkened everyone's face, but they felt that it was not worth the effort. After reaching there, they found out that there was nothing extraordinary. Moreover, many other groups had reached there earlier, so it was not a rare achievement either. That is why the narrator, the poet, conclude that they should have stayed at home and tried to gather love and respect of others. Doing good to the mankind makes more sense, and it's better way than going to a pilgrimage to gather God's grace. So this is also a Hindu in Hindu idealism we see that this line very superbly uh, and aptly suits here, that home is where we have to gather grace. The poet is again mentioning the same thing, that doing good to the mankind makes more sense, and it is better way to stay at home and to gather love and respect of other. The poet has been successful in conveying his message through this narrative poem, but as already told, there is a great deal of investigation on what this home may indicate, and gather grace, what is the meaning of gather grace, and that is the beauty of the poem Enterprise. Now we will study about the different interpretation, different explanation of this poem. Both the journey and the conclusion in the last line of the poem are highly metaphorical and draws a lot of critical evaluation. Critics are divided in their opinion on what the poem Enterprise may hint at, but most of them agree that this poem is an allegory for the journey of life. One explanation says we don't need to go to pilgrimage for the spiritual need. The God is inside us, so we should listen to our inner self. Another interpretation means another explanation suggests that we should take care of the people around us and earn their love and respect to be happy and meaningful life. Some critics also suggest that the word home here means the poet's commitment toward his home in Mumbai when viewed in the context of his other poem, like Background Casually. It seems like Ezekiel wanted to reconcile himself to his home after staying away from it for a long time. It is also apparent, it is also clear from one interview where he said, I have a strong sense of belonging not only to India but to this city. So there are many critics who feel that this poem is a search for the meaningful of life's journey. Our life also begins with high expectations, but we often deviate from the aim. We often ignore the aim or face tough challenges in the middle and finally reach the last stage without much achievement. So in this poem, as we see that this poem has a specific structure and rhyme scheme, the poet himself is the solo speaker, and this poem has 30 lines, total of 6 stanza in the poem, each containing 5 lines. Rhyme scheme is ABABA, and the literary devices that are used in this poem is, this poem's first line is example of sarcasm, because the journey is not an ordinary journey, this is a pilgrimage, like a pilgrimage. And there are some of the places there are smell of irony in the poem, like in these lines: we stood it very well, I thought, and on how to cross a desert patch, and I tried to pray. In the last line of the first stanza, the sun is personified here. In the second stanza, the way of serpents and goats is a metaphor. Serpent is a metonym of mischievous persons with whom the poet met during the enterprise. In the fourth stanza, readers can find another metonymy in the word section. Here, section stands for the persons in the poet's group. In the line, he smelled the sea, the poet uses another metonymy, and here the sea symbolizes the sea breeze. And in the last stanza, Ezekiel invests the abstract idea of trip with the ability to blacken their face. It is definitely a use of personification. The last two lines of the poem contain a deep meaning, which seem absurd, which seem in particular to the reader at this juncture of the poem. Here the poet uses a literary device which is called epigram in the art of rhetoric. So basically this poem is a has a metaphorical meaning, and it is also an allegorical way of communication. So dear students, that's all for today. In the next video we will study another poet and his poem. Thank you all.